doing this shit, but Adonis slips it.
That was a good shot.
Kind of gave him a little tink to the hand a little bit.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy right here, Mills. I'm here back with another video. I need you to do me a big favor. Click this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank y'all for all the support y'all been showing me. So we're going to jump right into it. This is Bad Boy Texas episode 13, I believe. Duke it out. This episode wasn't really nothing to talk about, really, but I'm really going to talk about the fights that was in this episode, but let's dissect it the best way I can. So we started off with Darrell and Adonis. They out there, they talking. And, you know, Adonis still trying to flirt with Darrell. Darrell is uninterested. I'm like, Adonis. I'm like, but, you know, to me, it's just for cameras. But, you know, Adonis basically chill, get his flirt on. And, you know, they started to talk about Jonathan's party. Adonis was like, he said something like along the lines like, oh, they asked him how he's been and, you know, stuff like that. And Darrell just playing him off. You know, Darrell think he's better than everybody or high. He's so high as to Diddy, you know. And then Darrell finally gives him a compliment about his the outfit that he made for Jonathan. And then Darrell was like, I want you to make me one for my man or something like that. And you know, Adonis was like, nah, I might not do it. And Darrell was like, yeah, whatever. You know, just pointless stuff. And then so here come ChefDee and what's the boy name, Orlando Brown. They come chopping it up and they just talking about Jonathan party. And then Jonathan comes out and they talking about his party. I'm like, so much filler scene, so much is a waste of time. Ain't nothing really, they ain't gotta really talk about. Jonathan talk about, oh, we need to figure out what we gonna do. You know, just sunning all the boys and they just all going along with it. That's pretty much that scene. Next scene we have, was it Mocity, Prince, Banger, I think Carry-On and Raz-B. They recapping the party because they got nothing else to talk about. They talk about how much money they spent, you know, and Raz-B was like, well, we spent more money than we actually made this season. I said, well, that's crazy. Y'all throw all the money on them strippers and y'all ain't really get to the bag. So what was y'all fighting for? Because this whole season was about, just like baddies, was getting to the bag. But I don't know. So Raz-B and Mocity went to try to apologize to Raz-B. Not Adonis. Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. What's the boy name? Banger jumps in the pool. I'm like, okay. You know, but, you know, he wanted to apologize to Raz-B or whatever the case may be about the little altercation and stuff like that. And they talk about they getting ready to do a boxing match or something like that. So Raz-B was trying to, like, get things orchestrated to try to figure out what they're going to do. And he mentioned something about Carry-On's father, you know, and Carry-On, you know, his father don't get along, Kurt Franklin don't get along. So Prince decides to jump in, and I'm like, what you jumping, like, what you commenting on him for? If Carry-On not saying nothing, then why you saying something? That's neither here or there. The boys all meet up. They all sitting around talking about what they're going to do. I guess they trying to come up with, like, this finale party or theme, whatever they're going to do. None of them got ideas. Excuse me. So Jonathan made a remark that he was like, oh, well, you know, y'all need to figure out what we're going to do because ChefDee and Darrell didn't do nothing. And I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, that's crazy because Jonathan is coming off like you real, like, just, like, selfish and, like, unappreciative. Like, they did, if it wasn't for them, it wouldn't have been no party. So I was looking at Jonathan like, you know, but nobody checks Jonathan because they all scared of Jonathan. You know, they play it off, but that's crazy. So then they go to talk about Prince wants to finish his music. I'm like, because he swear he getting a Grammy off this song. And they play back the song. And I'm like, this shit is trash. But okay. A for effort, but whatever. So they want to finish the song. The boys get on the bus because they hit into the go boxing. Jonathan joking like he don't want to do it. They all get into the So Jonathan like he don't want to do it, and he basically sunning them on the bus. He like none of y'all on my level, so I'm not fighting. ChefDee was like, well, I can fight you, but I'm like, none of these boys have the heart to come for Jonathan, and I'm like, yo, he be dissing y'all, just playing y'all in y'all face, and y'all just act like it ain't nothing. But that's just what it is. So then they get on the topic about, you know, GEDs and I guess degrees and stuff like that. Razby said he didn't do his, I guess he didn't get his degree because he started his fame and stuff early. Prince says he got 2 degrees. You know, I guess some of them got degrees. I don't know who got them because I was really fast forwarding the scene because it wasn't, like I said, this whole episode was just filler. It was just, they were just trying to have something to talk about and it was getting on my nerves. So after that, the boys arrived to Floyd Mayweather's boxing thing, and this is when it get interesting because this is when I was only here for this right here. So Jonathan is training what's the boy ChefDee on the treadmill, and they just goofing off. I'm like, you could have skipped past that scene, you know, carry on, you know, him and Jonathan playing around, stuff like that. So Bobby Lights come in on the scene, and I'm looking at him like he look a little different, if you know what I mean. But you know, he comes on the scene. Jonathan, he don't want to do it. I'm like, it's giving much, like it's giving up hate of I feel like once Bobby got there, he was like, nah, I ain't want to do it. I'm like, Jonathan, why you ain't do it? If you've been whooping ass this whole damn season, why you ain't want to do it? But anyway, so he said he was getting on my nerves this episode. He was just doing the most. So, you know, they can find out they were doing the cash prize and they're going to be boxing it out. So let's get into the fight because this episode wasn't really much to talk about. So the first fight was ChefDee versus Prince. Prince demolished him. I'm sorry. Like, Prince earned my respect this episode because he was getting on my nerves but throughout the season. But this episode right here, he put it out there, yo. He whooped the hell out of ChefDee to the bad that ChefDee had to throw in the towel. Like, yo, I said, damn. I said, all that talking and all that you was doing this whole season, what was that at? But we already know he can't fight. Next, then we had, it was Darrell versus Carry On. Darrell whooped Carry On ass. I mean, I'm gonna give Carry On A for effort because at least he fought back, but Carry On couldn't keep up. You know, Darrell was just tagging him. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, damn. I'm gonna need Carry On to get his shit together, like dead ass, because you do too much talking. And come on, like, what was up with that? But it is what it is. I still rock with Carry On though. Then we get to Mocity and Adonis. Now, I'm gonna tell you right here and there, like, this was the fight I wanted to see, and this fight was like the best fight to me because Mocity actually, he gave it to Adonis, like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like he had Adonis in the fetal position, but Adonis did get that. Adonis got some hits on JB. It was that one hit, and I'm gonna see if I could like freeze it and show it, but he caught JB, but JB, he won that hands down because he was tagging on Adonis. He like JB said, like, yo, that's why he was eager to, he wanted this episode to come out because he wanted to see, he was waiting for this. So like I said, you can't deny it. Like, you know, they squared up in the house. That was one thing. They duked it out in the ring. It's another thing. So then they kind of get into a little spat about it. And Mocity was like, because Adonis was like, you do this professionally. And Mocity was like, I don't do this professionally. I don't. And I'm like, well, I don't know if he do, but he do be boxing like on his little feeds and stuff. But I don't know if he do it professionally, but whatever. But and then Orlando and Razby, that wasn't about nothing. To me, they was just playing tag. Like, that wasn't really about nothing. And that was pretty much the episode, y'all. There wasn't really nothing to talk about. This episode, like I said, once again, is giving very much filler. You know, very much. Like, this episode, last episode could have combined. I don't know what they're doing on. They lacking content. So, hopefully, this season, I hope next week is the finale. Because they ain't really doing much. And then next week, we see Adonis in the sling. I'm like, did that boy put a hurting on you that bad? You know. But I don't know, y'all. The fights, this was the best, probably one of the best episodes, you know, just because of the fights. Because I really wanted to see, like I said, Prince, he stole the show. Oh, my bad. Prince and Darrell. Because they end up being the last two. They got to duke it out. And it's going to continue until next week. I already think Prince is going to win. But that's I can't wait to see that next week. Darrell, you can say what you want about him. But he, you know, he puts up. Like, that football game, he was getting it in. He was getting it in his boxing ring. So It is what it is. Other than that, thank y'all for watching this little short clip. Until next time, I'm out.